Missed a lot of the second half of the season, starting to end, and he didn't play in the Jamboree either. We'll have him back tonight. Starting middle linebacker is, out tonight, but we're still probably healthier than we've been since week 3 last year on defense, and I feel like we got a lot of returning starters and we're a little bit bigger and stronger.
And another one of your senior players you brought with you tonight, and the quarterback for your team, number 7, John Michael Wright. John Michael, you are a senior this year, and you're filling some pretty big shoes in Nick Brown. He did some terrific things while he was here at Mount Pleasant High School. You feel pretty confident you can jump into that role and take the helm?
Yes, sir, absolutely. I feel like our offense, we've prepared week in and week out. Of course, we're all new. We got new receivers, and we got a great running back in Jakari McClure. But it's just focusing in and just make sure we execute day in and day out.
And it's time. Nick Brown had to start somewhere too. So now you and your receivers in a new set, you guys have to make a name for yourself also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, absolutely. I feel like the way we just locked in this off season and going to the field on off days and just doing things that we should be just hitting our routes and hitting on time is going to be the best thing for us.
Coach, you start out with Wayne County that was 4-6 last year. Then next week you've got Spring Hill coming. They were 2-8. So it gives you a chance, not to say that these teams, there are different teams each year that you face. Wayne County could be much improved. Spring Hill could be much improved. But if things hold like they did from last year, it's going to give you a little bit of a chance to take a look at some things, maybe get some different personnel in. If you were fortunate enough to build up a big enough lead to where you get some younger players in, get them in game situations. Is that kind of what you and your staff hoping it will happen?
No, we don't expect that at all tonight. We went over to Wayne County last year, and it was a war. They were bigger than us.
You came out ahead. How close was that game, Coach?
It was a 2-score game, but, it was 7 points at halftime. They were bigger and stronger at the time.
So you never got comfortable.
No, we were never comfortable. A lot of weird things happened. They were 4-6, but, they lost a 6'4", 240-pound tight end late in the game. Kevin Cooper tore his ACL in that game as well, so we both lost a lot in that game. But, it felt like we were going out on body stretchers after that win, and we definitely know what we're getting into tonight.
That is one of the things about this Wayne County team is they're always going to be physical. And in week 1, Coach, that's something, and obviously Connor, jump in here. In week 1, facing a team that kind of punches you in the mouth, it gets you ready and kind of gets you going for the whole season. You're not just slowly getting into the shallow end of this season. You're going to jump right in.
Yes, sir. Get your blood boiling a little bit. Get you ready.
Ain't no question, man. Ain't no question. How does it feel to be back? Obviously last year, scary situation over in Lewis County. And, I know that playing football is one of them. If you have not seen Connor Scher on a sideline when he's not on the field, he is as animated as he is on the field. He is keeping his team excited all night long. So I know it hurt you not to be on that field. So how does it feel to be back tonight?
It feels amazing. Start my senior season off, hopefully come out here, work our butts off, and hopefully come out with a win. Feels pretty good.
Yeah, and I got a question too. It's being able to see Connor since his freshman year and kind of grow into this role and play, and excited to see him. And of course we got the quarterback here, number 7. You've been working hard for the last several years, kind of really working on your craft. You've been running your mom all over the state, all over Southeast, going to quarterback camps, been able to keep up with you. And so, you put a lot of work and effort and energy and time, and I know you've worked alongside your coaches really trying to develop your game in preparation for tonight. What are you looking forward to? What are you most excited about just being able to come out here today and play? What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm just looking forward to, showing I got it. I appreciate my mom. She's, of course, ran me around all these QB trainers and stuff like that, but it's just putting it all on together, making her proud and stuff, but just putting on a show and making these fans proud.
Yeah. And Connor, what about you? What are you – I know this is your senior year and you're excited about, but what are you looking forward to most of all this season?
This season, hopefully we can go work as a team, build teamship, friendship, brotherhood more and more as the season goes on, just become not players, but a whole.
Now, Coach Hartsfield has done, an outstanding job this year at the helm, and in previous years. He's had some phenomenal teams that he's put together, and y'all been able to be around and watch how he coaches, watch how his little ticks, his little things that he does as a coach to try to get you going, some things you kind of laugh about behind the scenes as all players do with coaches. But what's one thing that you would say about Coach Hartsfield that impresses you the most about him?
Oh, just the way he leads our team. Coach Hartsfield is a great coach. He's also a great motivator. I mean, if you're down, he'll be able to understand that. But, I mean, he's also going to get into you. If you're not doing something the right play. But he always says, get better on the next play. Don't make the same mistake twice.
Move on. If you move on to the next
Especially
play.
quarterbacks. Short memories, quarterbacks.
Connor, what about you?
I mean, he might rip into you here and there, but he's always he'll be like your best friend for the most part. He'll tell you what to do, how to do it. And if you mess up, like John Michael said, he'll tell you, just do it on the next play, be a better person. And he's really teaching us how to be a man.
And I've played a little poker in my day back throughout my life, and I can kind of tell you right here, Coach Hartsfield, he's kind of got that poker face. He doesn't really.
You never know.
You don't really ever know what's going on. He could have aces, or he could have,
I don't always know either.
But I'm just saying, and you players are probably the same time. Sometimes it's kind of hard to read whether coach is happy or whether he's upset or what the deal is. So you got to kind of. You can walk a little lightly in certain situations.
Yes,
but I imagine Coach Hartsfield, you'll agree with me, as long as they give their best and do what you coach them to do, that's all you can ask of.
Yeah, no doubt. It's all about giving everything you got for the brotherhood, and it ends there. They're not asked to do any more than their best, and the outcome is not tied to that. As long as they do their best, here in the rest of their life, good things are going to happen. And, these two guys have done that. Connor, he's been through it. He don't love summer conditioning. I didn't either. But I'll tell you what he does love is Friday nights.
Yes,
and he still does what he has to do. He was a force last Friday, probably played his best game since he's been here, so he's playing his best ball. And John Michael's been on a heck of a journey. Quarterback's not a spot you play early in most of the time. The county can put up all the fences they want. He's going to find his way on his field whenever he can get in here in any free time, and he's going to have his receivers out here. It don't matter how tall the fence is; they got to climb. But he has worked. John, he can throw a ball 50 yards now, and I can tell you 3 years ago he couldn't throw it 15 yards.
Right.
He has developed more,
worked at it,
and shown more growth than any kid I've ever seen. Physically, at the position, and he's got a lot to be proud of.
Now you just mentioned the field. Now, fellas, I mean, you're out there playing on a premier turf. I mean, you're playing on the same stuff that a lot of the NFL and major college programs play for. And John Michael, what's your overall opinion on this new sports turf that's covering this field?
I mean, it's nice. I mean, it's just beautiful. I mean, our field was never flat to start off with. Like from 40 to 50, it was not flat. I'm telling you that right now. But, I mean, it makes you also feel faster and stuff and all that. But the field's nice. It's absolutely beautiful.
And to run on it, you throw the ball, but your receivers, to run on a flat surface as opposed to a crown field is totally different.
Oh, yes, sir, absolutely.
And also injuries. When you're talking about your footing, when you're expecting to put a foot down and there's nothing there initially, and then there's something there, your knees, everything, ankles take a beating. And I told folks at the Jamboree, I said, the coolest thing about sitting right down here now is we can see the other end zone. Before, if you got on the other end, you couldn't see because of the way the field was crowned. And now we can see it, and you can kind of see the whole field. And it has to make you guys proud to walk onto a field that looks this good and this sharp,
Yes,
right,
sir.
Connor?
Yes,
I mean, it is cool.
Look good, play good. That's what I say.
And, it gives you a sense of pride. And for a fact that these Wayne County guys are going, wow, this is great. Look what we're out here playing on. We're out here playing on this new sports turf. And they're thinking, when where do we sign up for this?
No doubt.
And,
Coach, we certainly appreciate your time, and we're going to let these guys get out there and get warmed up. They need to do that, so we appreciate it. Of course, it's warm enough up here, so whatever y'all got to do, get on down there, get ready to play tonight. Looking forward to it. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Best of luck to you
Thanks
tonight, guys. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back,
Good luck, my man.
it will
Coach
be
Hartsville, good luck, Bo.
Drake.
Yo.
When we come back, we've got Jonathan Berry, and we'll recap last season and region records, upcoming schedule, and all of that. So
I'm ready for them.
stick around.
Bring these Murray County people on. Let's go.
That's right. We'll be right back after this.
Farmer Johnny here.
This is Trip Stoll, owner and manager at Columbia Ace Hardware. We have changed our store hours to better serve our community. Columbia Ace Hardware is now open from 7 to 7 Monday through Friday, from 8 to 4 on Saturday, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard and let us show you customer service that can only be found at Columbia Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Some people are just obsessed with their lawns. They'd cut their grass with a pair of scissors if they could. Thanks to Gravely, they don't have to. You see, Gravely makes not only the best built and most comfortable lawnmowers, they also leave your house looking like a doggone country club. So whether you're a commercial landscaper wanting the best or just a perfectionist homeowner, you can't do better than a Gravely.
See our full line of Gravely products at Murray County Equipment, 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia, Tennessee, or check us out on Facebook.
Is your insurance up to date in today's world? Foster Insurance Agency is an insurance agency you can depend on for your commercial and personal insurance needs. Foster tailors insurance coverage to meet your unique requirements stemming from years of experience and represents several top-rated companies such as Erie Insurance. Call Mike Ford or Jimmy Ford today at 931-388-8365 or stop by their convenient Columbia location at 204 West 4th Street. Foster Insurance, serving Middle Tennessee since 1952.
Hello, I'm Barbara Lincoln with Hollins Pharmacy. You may have heard our previous commercials about compression hosiery that we carry at Hollins Pharmacy. Well, we've recently expanded into a full line of knee braces, back, wrist, ankle, and other support wear. We will gladly help you get just the right fit for these items and, of course, special order items to ensure the proper fit. Come see us at Hollins Pharmacy, 1608 Hatcher Lane, or call us at 931-388-4233. 388-4233.
Brown's Body Shop, 1505 Nashville Highway in Columbia, or 129 Alpha Drive in Franklin, is here to serve Murray and Williamson County. We have over 50 years of business with all the experience combined. All insurance claims, as well as unibody and frame. Brown's Body Shop, 1505 Nashville Highway in Columbia, or 129 Alpha Drive in Franklin, is here to serve Murray and Williamson County. We have over 50 years of business with all the experience combined. All insurance claims, as well as unibody and frame repairs and glass claims are welcomed. Call today for selected insurance companies, 931-381-4915 Columbia, and Franklin, 615-794-1959, or check us out at www.brownsbodyshop.com. Brown's Body Shop, 1505 Nashville Highway in Columbia, or 129 Alpha Drive in Franklin, is here to serve Murray and Williamson County. We have over 50 years of business with all the experience combined. All insurance claims, as well as unibody and frame repairs and glass claims are welcomed. Call today for selected insurance companies, 931-381-4915 Columbia, and Franklin, 615-794-1959, or check us out at www.brownsbodyshop.com.
Oasis Liquors offers the best selection of wine and spirits in southern Middle Tennessee. Owner Terry Boatwright believes in integrity and responsibility. He welcomes all customers who are 21 years of age or older and have valid ID. He urges everyone to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Please use a designated driver. Oasis Liquors is open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 8 to 9, Friday and Saturday open later, and Sunday, 11 to 7. Visit Oasis Liquors at 404 West James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia. Oh, and don't forget to ask Terry about the wine pairings for your next meal.
Minutes matter when you call 911 for a heart attack, and Murray Regional Health is ready to care for you. Utilizing the state-of-the-art cardiac cath lab at Murray Regional Medical Center, our team of expert cardiologists and experienced clinical professionals are equipped to investigate heart conditions quickly and perform life-saving interventional procedures. Go to murrayregional.com/heart to learn more. And remember, always dial 911 when you or someone near you is experiencing heart attack symptoms. Murray Regional Health, where clinical excellence meets compassionate care.
Hello, this is Rick Tillis from Tillis Jewelry. What is a full-service jeweler? Experienced staff, custom designers, in-house jewelry repairs, and beautiful jewelry. Yes, at Tillis Jewelry, we are passionate, knowledgeable, and committed to integrity. We strive to be the best in our community and in our profession. We build long-term relationships and become part of family traditions that will cross generations. We delight clients by providing an unparalleled selection, superior service, and exceptional value. Tillis Jewelry, we exceed your expectations.
We are back on Murray County Public Schools Game Day. Chris Yao, Drake Colley, joined by our friends from Murray County Public Schools, and so excited, man, for football to get started. Got started last night in several areas across the state.
But Friday night is high school football night. You know?
It is.
I mean, come on. Thursday night football, what do you think? We got Eric Perryman here, Murray County Public School Systems. We got Murray County Public School Athletic Director Chris Pointer here. And we all know Friday night is reserved for high school football. Am I right or wrong, Chris?
Friday night lights. They don't
call
them.
That's what it's all about.
Thursday night lights. It's Friday night lights.
Thursday night lights are middle school football.
Yeah, it used to be middle school.
That's middle school football.
Absolutely.
That's right. Now, the George Robinson and Tyler Palmatier of the Tennessean came out with area teams that are ranked, and they've got all the way through 133 teams.
All 133 teams in the mid-state, whether they be public or private schools.
Now, the teams that we know and we'll recognize, of course, we recognize a lot of them. Oakland is one. CPA Division II AA is two.
Who tied Columbia Central last week in the Jamboree 0-0.
They played to a tie in the Jamboree.
A tie.
Last
Can
week.
you believe they let them tie?
Yeah, I can't believe it. Ravenwood, 6A, is number 3 in the mid-state area. Pearl Cone comes in at 4. Page comes in at 5. Page has just been a powerhouse, hasn't they, Eric?
They back-to-back state championship game appearances, and Charles Rathbone has got that team up there rolling.
Absolutely. And as you guys can see, the Wayne County Wildcats are coming on the field as they move in front of us here. Riverdale comes at 6, Beach at 7, Brentwood Academy at 8, Innsworth at 9, Henry County at 10. Now, move down to number 24 in this, according to the Tennessean, Mr. Robinson and Palmatier. Summit comes in at 24, Chevrolet at 33, and if Giles County is at 39, Columbia comes in at 45. I think Coach Goff probably has something to say about that.
I mean, I think 45, when you really look at all the teams ahead of you, you probably go, that's not so bad.
Okay.
Now, I think that he probably feels like they're better than Shelbyville, but he'll get a chance to prove it.
Absolutely.
And
there you go.
They got a win last night over Siegel, so that they're on a roll over there. So, preseason rankings are preseason rankings.
That's right.
In high school,
it just gives people something to talk about, like us.
Exactly.
It really doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but until next week, we got nothing to talk about except jamborees. Right?
That's right. Independence, Franklin comes in at 47. Independence at 49. Lewis County, 2A, comes in at 54. Columbia Academy is ranked 60th in the mid-state area. Then Coffee County, 63. Lawrence County, 65. Mount Pleasant Tigers come in at number 78
I think
So-
that's
That's
not
probably
bad.
about right. I mean, if you consider all the programs in the mid-state area, right?
Who is directly behind them?
Directly behind Gordonsville, below 79 through 82 would be Gordonsville, Monterey, Smith County, Watertown, and Loretta.
Smith
Loretta
County,
comes in
Loretta's-
at 83.
Loretto behind Mount Pleasant. So that tells you right there.
So there you go. So just to give folks and something to talk about, complain about probably, and
I like it.
talk about over the morning coffee or work or wherever. And preseason guesses, estimates are what they are.
They are.
And we'll find out at 6:50 tonight.
Hey, it's all 0 to 0 right now.
Now we
Get
don't
a
have
fair
our
proof.
we don't have our stats guy, Coach Stacy, with us anymore. And he used to break it down. I mean, that guy he was serious about stats, and he could tell us the point spread and everything else on high school football games. So we're just going to have to kind of
We get to September.
wing
We
this.
We may pick him back up.
Okay.
He may be back with us
Well,
at that point.
I think we need him. For sure.
This is great fodder for conversation. Chris and I had a big conversation about this list the other day and kind of went through it and looked at it. It's wonderful to start with and see where you are, but like Chris said, it's all starts tonight, 6:30 tonight. Let's see what you got.
And in high school, I mean, at college, you can kind of get an idea. You kind of know where teams are going to be through recruiting and whatnot.
The haves and the have-nots.
We have no idea what to. I mean, this Wayne County team, like you said, 4-6 last year, could come out and be absolute world beaters. And this Mount Pleasant team was very good last year. We don't know. We don't know what either of these teams have, and I'm excited to see it. I mean, that's what I love about high school football is we settle it on the field from day one till we get to Chattanooga.
Well, and I think one thing that's interesting about the list, I also think I think they take several years into consideration.
Sure.
So I'm sure they're probably looking at a 5-year window, 6-7-year window to be able to try to figure out, all right, this is where your teams fall. So it also is kind of good for us. We just have office talk and just really looking at what our teams are actually doing across the district and how they're developing and performing. And, from a district standpoint, I remember when we started this thing and, I've been here 7 years now, and we started asking coaches questions about, needs and wants and all these other types of things. And for the most part, we've been able to check a lot of boxes for our athletic programs. And basically what that says to me is that we're taking away all the excuses. And so now it comes down to X's and O's and personnel and what we're going to do day in and day out on this football field, in the gyms, on the baseball and softball fields, tennis courts, what have you, to really, really show what we are able to do, because now we're equipping and providing a lot of resources that folks don't have. We're being able to provide that for our student athletes.
That is so true. You look at this turf, and you can come and see new grandstands or new lights and things, and those are easy for the public to see. The bulk of the work we've done in athletics is in behind the scenes through supplements that we can have extra coaches, that we're getting more staff to people, that we're getting health and proper physical care to our kids, weight equipment, that we're able to come in and behind the scenes do the thing that the coaches said that we need to do to keep the kids safe, but also to make them better. And so Chris is exactly right. All the things that you look at and you say that's pretty, that's just really the icing that everybody gets to see. The really heavy lifting for the district is trying to say, Coach Hartsfield, what do you need? How are you going to make this better? Coach Goff, what do you need? How are we going to make this better? How are we going to support you? So that the next time you start looking at not just this season, but that 5-year window, that we're supporting sustainability for these programs, and we don't see these dips up and down that we've maybe seen in the past, or we don't see people just lagging behind and not being able to catch up. Like Chris said, no excuses. We're going to give you what you need, and let's go get it done.
And I think the students, the community, the parents, the faculty, everybody involved in something like what's gone on, the transformation that's gone on here on the football field at Mount Pleasant High School, everybody understands. They can see it. It's something you can reach out and touch. It's something you can look at, something you can walk on. And I'll tell you what, the coaches will tell you that the improvement of facilities will overflow into an improvement and more of a winning attitude and prideful attitude on the football field, on the basketball court, on the baseball, softball diamonds. That's, it all flows together, Eric. I mean,
it does, and it builds this whole sense of community, like you said, for the school, and then the community's interested in the school. How many people said last week, hey, I'm here just because I wanted to see what this looks like? Mm-hmm. That got them in the door, but all of a sudden, hey, that's my friend's grandson, my friend's son. I'm going to be here. I'm coming next week to support them.
That's right.
I see what they're doing. This is really neat. This is the place to be on a Friday night in Mount Pleasant, Tennessee, and that just supports these kids and gives them the energy to go out and be what they can be.
And I want people to realize and understand, similar situation, it's on the next higher level, but when David Cutcliffe left the University of Tennessee and went to Duke to coach.
He went to Ole Miss from Tennessee.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ole Miss.
Yes.
But he ultimately ended up at Duke, right, as head coach.
Yeah.
So what did he say when he got to Duke? When he got to Duke, he said he walked in the field house and the showers, the tile on the shower walls were falling off onto the floor. The pipes were showing. It was just complete disarray at the Duke facilities. And what was his main objective other than turning that program completely? No, it did not look like that basketball.
Basketball did not look like that.
But what did Cutcliffe do? He went in there and he turned that program around and got some funding from Duke University, and the boosters built new facilities. And Duke,
and look at them now.
They're not a powerhouse, but they're a formidable opponent. I mean, they had some great years. They lost the Riley kid to Riley Leonard to Notre Dame this year, but I mean
that's because that professor didn't let him get out of his test.
But Chris Pointer, my point is, and you can tell by universities all around the Southeastern Conference, they are spending money in their facilities because they know how important sports are to a university, to a school, and they build on that.
Absolutely. So last show when we were here for the Jamboree, you heard the superintendent talk about this, and we've talked about this on the show. This is our front porch. This is the curb appeal. And when people pull up from out of town or wherever they may be, I assure you they can't get in our school buildings. Like, part of our conversation daily is about safety. There's no way they could access our facilities unless they have truly a need to be in there. But one of the things they can do is they can take some of these side streets and they can look and peek over and see what our athletic facilities look like. They may be able to walk out and get to the fence and see how great of a condition our facility's in, which then translates to, if they're doing this right here, they got to be doing some amazing things inside the building. And this is why this part of what we do is so important. And I say athletics is the tip of the spear. It's the thing that's the driving force. You're going to have more people here than will probably be visitors in Mount Pleasant maybe all year, but they'll go back and talk about how great I guarantee you the folks from Wayne County are going to leave here and talk about how great the facilities were in Mount Pleasant. And if you think about it, a 2A football program with these nicer facilities, and we're nowhere near being done, and we're nowhere near where we want to be, but we're surely not where we were. For a 2A football program across the state of Tennessee that's not a private school, you're probably talking about a handful of programs that have a facility that look this nice. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. And right behind us is another example. The softball field is being flattened out and looks like nice and leveled off right here. Eric, can you tell the folks kind of exactly what's going on right here?
Well, it's the same thing. We've cut the field down and putting turf on it. We're on the last stage. The last layer of stone goes on this week. You can see the fence is back up. The curbing's been done. Turf will be on that. And the beautiful thing about this and what we found, and guys, this is what no one realizes. This is something that's nice, but it's also safe. This field right here, we took 200 loads of topsoil off, and it was not level. It was not safe. We've had injuries down here, and we think it was directly related to it. This softball field over here had a 3-foot drop from one side to the other.
So it's the same thing?
Same thing. You had girls that were running. When they turned to go get a ball, they're running uphill, running downhill, running through dips and valleys and craters that are just there. And suddenly we're putting these things back into a 0.5% grade. And we not only have nice fields, but they're safe for our kids. They're productive for our kids. And the use that we can get out of these fields now, Think about a baseball field. Think about how territorial baseball coaches are. You're not going to get on my field, right? Nobody's going to be on my field.
Right.
Well, hey, we look up now and there's soccer teams practicing in the outfield of a turf field because they can't harm it. They won't damage it.
And there are soccer lines lined out on this field, on this football field in front of us for soccer matches.
And they don't have a soccer team. But
So,
we know
it's coming.
It's coming. And with the growth and with the interest and what we're seeing, we're trying to prepare ahead so that everybody can for years to come benefit from these improvements.
There you have it.
All right, we're going to take another break. This will be short. The last one was kind of long. We had to figure out our outdoor audio system. Now that we've got that figured out, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, more of Maury County Public Schools Game Day here on WKOM Front Porch Sports Network. Stick around.
This is Mark Curry at the Trailer Store. We are a local, family-owned business. Every day, I work with my wife, Susie, my mother, Becky, and my son, Justin. We offer a full line of lawnmower trailers, utility trailers, stock trailers, and a full line of trailer parts. We also offer service. Come see us at 1021 New Lewisburg Highway. Call us at 931-381-2795. That's 931-381-2795.
You're not just a homeowner. You're also a bug in the basement with the frightening number of legs owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Call Davis Heating and Cooling at 931-388-2090 for all your home comfort needs. Davis Heating and Cooling is your local independent American Standard dealer and proudly serves the Maury County area. Find Davis Heating and Cooling online and on Facebook or call today, 388-2090. In today's uncertain world, you can never be too careful about your family's financial future. That's why the Parker Group, a part of Baird's Private Wealth Management, is offering a free second opinion on your financial plans. Let us review your current plan, and we will identify any gaps and offer suggestions to improve it. Please call the Parker Group at 931-548-3737. That's 931-548-3737. Robert W. Baird and Company Incorporated does not offer tax or legal advice.
Columbia Foodland is a locally owned and operated family grocery store with a full line of dry, dairy, frozen, meat, and produce items. We focus on keeping the freshest hand-cut meat and produce items daily with the most competitive prices in town. We offer weekly ad specials as well as in-store weekly specials throughout the store. Located at 427 West 7th Street in Columbia in the former Harris Foodland location. Columbia Foodland. We are here and ready to serve the wonderful people of Columbia and the surrounding areas. For 40 years, the Jeweler's Bench has worked hard for their customers and provided the highest quality jewelry at the best price. They keep going back. Recent renovations have allowed them to expand their inventory. More high-quality jewelry, custom vintage and estate pieces, and professional jewelry and watch repairs. They also buy gold. The Jeweler's Bench, still here, still great service. 808 Trotwood Avenue, Columbia.
Welcome back to the Maury County Public Schools Game Day Show. Chris Yao, Drake Colley, Chris Pointer, Eric Perryman, all of the coolest folks in Maury County.
Yeah,
here.
Downtown Maury, the downtown office they call it.
You keep saying
the big wigs.
You keep saying we're on the south end of Mount Pleasant.
Are we on the south end?
Well, I will tell you, it's. I'd much rather be on the south end of Mount Pleasant's football stadium than the south end of elsewhere. And I've been on the south end of a northbound bull before, and it wasn't fun.
Well,
so.
That's good, but we are on the south. We're outside the south end zone of the Mount Pleasant Tigers' brand new sports turfed field, and we're watching right in front of us. We're on the end where the Wayne County Wildcats are warming up, and I'm telling you, these guys right here, I know they are impressed. Chris pointer. They're on this turf, and they're thinking, man, is this cool or what? I mean, hey, listen, I'm all about natural grass. But I'm telling you, the way this field looks and the job that Maury County Public Schools have done on this field, it's just very, very impressive. And we're set for kickoff in about 36 minutes, 7 o'clock tonight. We'll have kickoff along with other area high school action. The Columbia Academy Bulldogs are traveling up to Murfreesboro to play Middle Tennessee Christian. Middle Tennessee Christian last year, folks, were 12-1. That's going to be a heck of a ball game.
That's
right
a program that's not long in existence, but has really stepped up and really proven themselves here lately.
Well, went to the state championship game last year, and that was the team that beat Columbia Academy. I think to end their season, was it not? Yeah. 35-27. I was at that game, and it was a fantastic football game.
62 points scored in that game.
It's a great way to start, right back. Yeah, right back with who finished you last year. Let's get in there.
Columbia Academy lost by 8 to Middle Tennessee Christian. Columbia Academy returning, they have 12 seniors, 7 on offense and 5 on defense. And third-year coach Seth Anderson is looking to go to Murfreesboro and set the record straight tonight. The Columbia Central Lions are going a little bit east over to Marshall County. Marshall County was 10-3 last year. Marshall County has won 3 straight, Chris.
Yeah, this is a huge contest for Columbia Central. It's a big test for Tredarius Goff, and for whatever reason, this Marshall County game has always kind of set the tone for the rest of the year. And if it's a game that's pretty close and it's hard fought, I think Columbia Central can kind of find their way the rest of the year, the same as they would with a victory, kind of propel them. But a huge loss, unfortunately, might be devastating for them in trying to figure their way out the rest of the year.
It's a tough environment to go into over there because it's much like Mount Pleasant. There's nothing else to do on Lewisburg on a Friday night. They're all going to be there.
And we know that Columbia's principal, Ms. Sparrow Lang, came and played basketball at Marshall County High School.
She was a heck of a basketball player.
And the AD Randolph, is from Marshall County. So there's a lot of little backstories going on tonight over there in Lewisburg. And I tell you what, last week's jamboree contest between Columbia and CPA. Now, CPA, according to the Tennessean, is ranked number 2 out of 133 teams in the mid-state area. CPA is ranked number 2. Columbia played them to a 7-7 tie last week.
Yep.
No, 0-0 tie.
0-0. Yeah. Okay.
And in a shortened jamboree game.
In a shortened jamboree, but it was still 0-0. And I tell you what, I'm going to call the shot tonight, and I'm going to say Columbia, Coach Goff, they come out with a win.
Well, they've not
from Marshall County.
They've not beaten them
in 3 years, I think.
No, it's been
in
5.
2012. Yeah. Was their last win. They are 0-5 in their last 5 against them, and they've not won at Marshall County
I was
since 2011.
misled by Clayton Harris then, and I'm going to blame that on him because he told me it's been 3 straight years.
Well, okay, it has, but they didn't play from 15 to 20. They didn't play.
Okay,
had a window there.
The 3 consecutive years, but they've lost 5 straight to them, and that's tough.
Yep.
That's tough.
They're going to have a heck of a fight on their hands over Marshall County tonight. I'm glad I'm right here in Mount Pleasant. Going to watch a little of this Wayne County Mount Pleasant game, but I sure wouldn't mind sliding over to Marshall County and watching that battle between Marshall County and the Columbia Central Lions. Let's see, Independence up in Williamson County. They're at home against Oakland tonight. Oakland was 12-3, so they're starting off. Independence, get this. Independence starts out with Oakland at home, 12-3.
Yeah, and they both. Tell me, Oakland was in your rankings right there.
Yeah, they're up there too.
Number 1.
They were number 1. They're number 1.
Okay,
they're number 1, and Independence is not far down.
And get this. Then after Oakland at home, Independence travels across Williamson County to play Page.
Yeah, this is a great fun right
who's
here.
number 5 in the state.
Scott Stidham did no favors to himself on the schedule, I can tell you.
Out of the frying pan into the fire. I mean, these guys, they're going to be I don't know what's going to happen in those first two games, and then they have Centennial. Centennial was 10-3 last year.
Centennial was a tough team last year.
Yeah, very
And
good.
they're at Centennial after that. So when they get to Franklin, if they haven't won, if they've been beat up pretty bad by the time they get to
Yeah,
Franklin,
the
their
Admirals
fourth
may be
game,
licking their chops.
I feel sorry for Franklin.
And Centennial was here for the Jamboree and won
Looked
21-0
great.
against Spring Hill.
Jamal Stewart, man, what a guy. What a fantastic coach.
Now, the Spring Hill Raiders, just up in, obviously, Spring Hill, just right there at the south gate of the General Motors plant where their campus is. They are playing in the Battle of Spring Hill tonight at Summit. Summit last year was 5-7. Spring Hill's record last year was 2-8, 0-6 in the 5A region. So, Coach Ben Martin and his
Summit's
Raiders
Summit's won 6 straight.
That's what I was about to say.
After Jay Emmons, and I guess that was Dante's senior year.
It was
when they beat him at Spring Hill.
Is that? I'm gonna ask. Is that the only Spring Hill victory in that short rivalry there?
Oh no, they won 4 in a row
right at the beginning.
From 14, 15, 16, 17.
When they first opened, yeah.
Yep, they were.
Yeah, similar to Battle Creek. They only had 9th and 10th.
Once the feet was under them, though, it's been a little bit rough.
Well, this is Spring Hill head coach Ben Martin's 7th year.
Yeah.
So he's 0-6 against Summit. I mean, if he's going to get it right. Lucky number 7 for him tonight as Spring Hill travels to Summit. Elsewhere, we've got tonight right here, we've got the Mount Pleasant Tigers hosting Wayne County. Like we said, we had Coach Hartsville on and his 2 players earlier in the show. They're ready to get that Riverside playoff game out of their mouth from last year. They're ready to move on past that. I'm sure they have, but I'm sure for a coach like Coach Hartsville, he's thought about it a lot between then and now.
He's probably thought about it more than anybody. It's probably been on his mind.
That's just the way coaches are,
right?
right?
Was it Pat Summit said these are just kids? They have short memories. We don't worry about it. They don't worry about it. We do, But that's driven what he's done over the offseason, I promise, with where they are tonight.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to a good ball game, and like you guys said, I think you'll have a lot of repeat customers, spectators from last week's Jamboree from the Mount Pleasant area. I think they'll be back tonight, don't you? I think they'll be back tonight.
Mount Pleasant has been one of our best, athletic environments. I mean, obviously for the obvious reasons, which is they've been very successful out here on this football field. And when you're successful, people want to come out and be a part of the success. And I think, watching them play against the Jamboree, it was a packed house. People just really wanted to kind of see the turf, see how beautiful it was. Mount Pleasant played extremely well. I think that buzz will carry on over till tonight's game. I'm sure everybody knows. I mean, we're still a little early, and I'm sure that the crowd will start rolling in here, getting packed in, and it's going to be an exciting night, and expect some great football.
Well, just so you know, we were an old goalpost away from a tied ball game last week.
we were.
Because if those old goalposts had been here, that would have been a good kick.
I think so. And I've never really understood, and if people don't understand what we're talking about, the goalpost here at Mount Pleasant High School, and I don't know how many years those shortened posts were there, but literally they were the 2 upright posts on these goalposts were about maybe a half to a third as tall as the regulation is supposed to be.
I think they were 1971. This school opened, and I think they were the original goalposts that came with the field.
And it was really odd to look at these goalposts and see just maybe the height of a third of a regulation-sized goalpost, and you're thinking to yourself, why did that happen? Did they run out of metal? I mean, what happened?
They got a haircut from that one barber who only knows how to do a buzz cut.
I mean,
that's it.
It wasn't a lot of phosphate sold that year.
No,
we didn't get
it was down here. Absolutely nuts to see that, and so obviously the officials had to do a little bit more judgment officiating when it comes to.
What was
kicks,
good?
What was good and what was not good as balls easily sailed over those shorter uprights. but it is what it is, and
especially the last couple of years when Mount Pleasant actually had a pretty good kicker, and he would attempt some 40-plus yarders occasionally, and Jackson's booting it through, and you're like, wait a minute, did that make it? I don't know. But
we'll see what happens. So
it's gonna be a great night of high school football, and it's I did take a look, and like I said, a couple of games last night, and it was a great game up in Portland, by the way. Portland and White House, that all-time series was 28-28. Portland wins on, guess what? You just said it. A missed extra point. White House missed an extra point.
That poor kid whoever missed.
I know.
Whoever's responsible for that.
And that's a next-door rivalry. That's a big game for them.
They are definite, big rivals. So that was a big one. Shelbyville beat Siegel 34-22. Portland, like I said, 21-20 over White House. Milan, a 34-28 win over South Gibson. First Academy of Florida defeated Lipscomb Academy 28-23. Providence Christian 14-6 winners over Eagleville, and that is it for the mid-state teams.
And tonight,
the Ty Simpson's little brother threw for 7 touchdowns last night in a 64-0 win for Martin Westview over Dresden.
Is that right? Ty Simpson being the backup quarterback this year to Jalen Milroe at the University of Alabama.
Yeah,
and I just like to mention that. This game we are at tonight at Mount Pleasant High School is the only Murray County home game in Murray County tonight, right, Chris?
That's correct. Yes,
so if you guys want to get out and watch some football, you got about another 30 minutes before kickoff, and we're just right down the street here. No matter where you are in Murray County, you're within a 20-minute drive to Mount Pleasant High School.
Oh yeah, so you're not far at all.
Come on, bring the kids.
You can still get here.
Grab a cheeseburger. They're cooking them over on the grill over here, and sit down and watch some high school football.
And we got the principal coming up next.
Here we go.
All right, we'll take a break here on Murray County Public Schools Game Day. We'll be right back after this.
He shoots, and he scores!
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family-owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
This is Hal Landers, owner of Landers Insurance Agency. We are an independent agency representing the famous Erie Insurance Group. Landers Insurance Agency has been committed to providing great rates and great service since 2002. Whether it's home and auto or business or life insurance, we've got you covered. 24/7 in-house claim service, we've got that too. Visit Landers Insurance at 514 North Garden Street, Columbia. Call us at 931-380-2003. Our website is landersinsuranceagency.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Hi, I'm Chris Chumley, owner of Expert Landscaping, LLC. Located in beautiful Columbia, Tennessee, Expert Landscaping specializes in consulting and design for all your outdoor needs, as well as installations for landscaping, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, irrigation, and lighting. Call us today at 931-374-1772. Expert Landscaping, where quality work is an investment in the future.
Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Delicious food and amazing service at an affordable price. Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Located off of Nashville Highway in Neapolis, near Spring Hill High School. 2504 Care Lane. Authentic Mexican cuisine. Full menu. Family dine-in. Takeout. Delivery. Offering the best cocktails in the area. On the rocks or frozen, pair your meal with our famous margarita. Don't forget, Mezcal Cochina Mexicana for your next meal. Check us out on Facebook. Visit Mezcal Cochina Mexicana today. Proud supporters of the Front Porch Sports Network.